In the US, social class is primarily determined by three factors: your income, your level of education, and your occupation. But in this video, we'll focus on the easiest factor to measure, and one of the most impactful: income. Let's start with income brackets. Pew Research defines middle class as households earning between two-thirds and twice the national median income. And what is the median income in the US in 2024? About $75,000 per year. So, if your household earns between $50,000 and $150,000, you're technically in the middle class. Below that, probably lower class. Above $150,000, upper class. But even within these categories, things get more complex. Because earning $75,000 in New York City is not the same as earning $75,000 in a small town in Ohio. And that's where the discussion gets interesting. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into these brackets and show what percentage of Americans actually fall into each class based on income. But before that, I've got just two quick announcements. First up, if you want to learn how to make money with YouTube channels without even showing your face, you need to check out my digital book, Faceless YouTube Channel Millionaire. In it, I reveal the exact step-by-step process that has already helped many people turn YouTube into a real and steady source of income, even starting from scratch. And the best part, if you want personalized support to understand how to apply the method correctly and start seeing results, just click the link in the description or the pinned comment. So take action now, because this support is exclusive and spots are limited. The earlier you act, the better. I'll explain everything in detail over there. And secondly, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me continue bringing valuable content to you. Now, let's get into the video. According to the latest US Census data, household income distribution in the country looks like this. About 20% of households earn less than $25,000 per year. Approximately 30% earn between $25,000 and $75,000. Another 30% earn between $75,000 and $100,000, $150,000, the heart of the middle class. And about 20% earn more than $150,000 a year. In other words, if you're earning six figures, you're already ahead of 80% of the country. But here's the catch. It depends on where you live and how many people live with you. For example, a single person earning $80,000 in Texas can live comfortably, but a family of four earning the same amount in California might be struggling. And that's why understanding your social class isn't just about salary, it's about context. Let's break it down even further. According to Pew Research, in 2024, a single person earning less than $40,000 per year is considered low income. If you make between $40,000 and $120,000 annually, you're part of what's called the middle class. Now, if you earn over $120,000 a year, congratulations, you're officially in the high-income group. But these numbers shift quite a bit when we consider a larger family. Let's imagine a household of four. In this case, the threshold for low income rises to $60,000 per year. Middle class ranges from $60,000 to $180,000 a year. And above that, over $180,000 a year, you can say that family is in the high-income group. In other words, your social class isn't fixed. It changes depending on your family size, your location, and your local cost of living. Still, many people identify as middle class, even if they technically don't fall in that range. Why? Because middle class isn't just a number, it's a feeling. It's the sense that you're not poor, but you're not rich either, that you're doing okay, but could be doing better. But knowing where you truly stand can help you make smarter financial decisions. Now, we'll look at how debt and net worth affect your class, and why income alone doesn't tell the whole story. You can earn $100,000 a year and still live paycheck to paycheck. Or you could earn $60,000 and be building real wealth. That's why, when we talk about social class, we also need to talk about two equally important things: debt and net worth. Let's start with debt. According to the Federal Reserve, the average debt for an American household today is around $101,000. That includes credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgages. Here's the critical point. More than 40% of Americans carry a credit card balance every month. In other words, they're paying high interest just to make it through the month. Now think, how much of your income goes every month toward interest and minimum payments? Because if you're earning $80,000 but sending $1,000 per month to banks and lenders, your lifestyle might look middle class, but your finances are telling a different story. Now let's talk about net worth. what you actually own after subtracting everything you owe. This is where the real class differences show up. According to the 2022 survey of consumer finances by the Federal Reserve, the median net worth in the US is about $192,000. For people under 35, it drops to just $39,000, and the top 10%, they have a median net worth of over $2.5 million. That's a massive financial gap. In other words, someone earning $60,000 a year with no debt and $100,000 invested might be in a much better position than someone earning $150,000 but carrying $500,000 in debt. Because here's the truth. It's net worth that gives you financial security, not gross income. So when we talk about social class, it's not just about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep and how much control you have over your future. And that brings us to the most important question. If your income, your debt, and your net worth aren't where you want them to be, what can you actually do to change that? In the next and final part, we'll go over simple and practical steps to shift your financial position and start climbing the class ladder, one smart decision at a time. So, what can you realistically do to change your financial situation? Let's be honest. Moving up the social ladder isn't easy, but it's also not impossible, and it doesn't require winning the lottery or becoming a millionaire overnight. It all starts with small, consistent choices which, over time, add up and transform your financial life. Here are some actions that actually work. 1. Manage your money like it matters, because it does. Most people have no idea where their money goes each month. If you don't track it, you can't fix it. Use an app, a spreadsheet, even a notebook, but know your numbers. 2. Build an emergency fund, even if it starts with just $500. This simple step can keep you out of future debt when unexpected things happen. More than 50% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency. Don't be part of that statistic. 3. Pay off high-interest debt as fast as you can. Credit card interest is like reverse investing. If you're paying 20% interest a year, you're giving away free money. Start with the smallest debt or the highest interest and gain momentum. 4. Invest consistently, even if it's just $100 a month. You don't need to be rich to build wealth. You just need to be consistent. A Roth IRA, a 401k, or even a basic index fund can turn into six figures over time. 5. Increase your income. And don't be afraid to think bigger. Take a course, learn a new skill, start a side hustle. The fastest way to move up is to grow what comes in, not just cut what goes out. Now, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. It doesn't matter where you are on the income scale today. Your social class doesn't define who you are. It defines where you're starting from. It's a snapshot of your current financial situation, not your final destination. Because the truth is, millions of people have gotten out of debt, built wealth from scratch, and changed their family's future, starting exactly where you are now. But that only happens when you honestly face where you are and choose to take action. So what's the next step to change your financial reality? If there's one thing you should take away from this video, it's this. Your social class isn't a label. It's a starting point. It's a snapshot of your income, debt, and net worth right now. But it's not a life. That's it for this video, everyone. See you next time. Love you all.